Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Make My Food Awesome. I'm Mark Allen France, your guide to good food.
And I'm Trisha Morrissey.
My sweetheart of science.
Well, it's kind of getting to the end of summer.
It is. Do you notice what I have?
I know, you have your campfire hoodie on.
Mm-hmm. My campfire hoodie, which I got at Fayette.
Yes.
One of my favorite locations to go. And we got this when we went on our little family vacation.
Yeah. Well.
It's getting chilly.
I know, it is.
It's getting a little chilly outside. And I was afraid that, I wasn't going to be able to wear these this year. But yeah. I've lost 17 pounds.
That's awesome. And I'm still at 6, but hey, I'm working on it.
And you know why that's happening is because we're doing MyPlate.
Yep.
And we're eating healthy.
Yep. Portion size and being mindful of what we're putting on our plate.
So yes, summer is fading a little bit. This is episode 49. We have one more episode before the end of the season.
Yep. Well, I guess to celebrate the end of summer, we have a fun episode for you today.
Ooh.
We're going to be making 4 different kinds of carrot dogs.
Carrot dogs?
Yeah,
oh,
instead of hot dogs, it's carrot dogs.
We did an episode on carrot dogs.
We did, and if you want to know how to make those, check out our episode on carrot dogs.
Exactly. And you know what else? If you guys are new here and you're just visiting, go ahead, go down, hit the subscribe button. Become a member of Team Awesome. And you can get all of our notifications by hitting the little bell. And it's great. You can see how we do carrot dogs and all our other episodes.
Yeah. So you want to get started?
Well, I know that you have something special planned because she was very eager in wanting to do this episode. She was like, summer's coming to an end. And we went on a trip this past weekend. Mm-hmm. We went to Grand Haven.
Yep, and we went to Holland.
And
Grand Rapids.
It was beautiful there. We saw Tony and Shirley.
Yes, we did.
But we needed to do a picnic. So we're going to get some stuff together and have a little picnic, I guess.
Yeah. So the 4 kinds of carrot dogs that we're going to share with you today is something called the garden dog, the Chicago dog, which you're familiar with, Michigan chili slaw dog, which is his creation, and I came up with a brilliant idea. It's called the Dilly Dill Dog, which
Dilly Dill Dog,
the last one that we fixed for you today. So why don't we get started?
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna bring over our plates and bring over our carrot dogs. Will you grab those for us?
Yep. Go ahead and set those. And as you guys can see, beautiful color on those. I'll set that right over there. So.
All right. So you're gonna put our first carrot dog in, and we're gonna make our garden dog. And it's really simple. You can prep all of your ingredients ahead of time and refrigerate them if you're gonna have a crowd, or even if you just want to get dinner prep early. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 1/4 cup of chopped radishes, diced very small, 1/4 of a cup of de-seeded chopped cucumber.
I'm getting hungry already.
1/4 of a cup of chopped red onion, and 1/4 of a cup of very small chopped or diced tomato. Now I didn't remove the seeds from my tomato because we like all of it, but if you have a crowd that doesn't, and I drained the extra juice off so they wouldn't be all runny. And then we're gonna top it with some homemade ranch. So before we do that, I'm going to put our mixture all into a bowl with all my prepared veggies. I'm probably not going to use all that onion, but I am going to use everything else.
Now I like the radish because the radish, when you eat it, it's refreshing, but it gets that little peppery bite at the end.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of heat and a great crunch. Now, if there's some sort of vegetable in this that you don't care for, you can always change it up a little bit. But I think it's really, really refreshing, and we have a little piece there. Just mix all your veggies up. Now, the next step is going to be completely up to you how you want to do this. Now, what I was thinking of doing is, if you're not going to use this all at once, you're not going to want to add your ranch into the bowl and mix it around with the vegetables at the beginning.
Okay.
So you might want to save your ranch just to squirt it on the top like you would ketchup or mustard. So I don't think we're going to use all of this.
Right.
We're going to go ahead and tap.
Just tap the dog.
Tap the dog.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you do that.
Put some right on there.
Now what's nice, if you're doing carrot dogs, you can make other sides to go with, right?
Yes, you can.
So what are some ideas?
We were talking about a few things, and you can actually make a coleslaw. You could a low-fat coleslaw. You could make a low-fat, low-sugar potato salad if you wanted to. And instead of regular potatoes, if you really wanted to do, you could put in there yams.
Oh yeah, you
sweet
could do
potatoes.
that.
Have like a sweet potato salad. But you know, there's a lot of different little things that you can go with for MyPlates.
Right.
And you just want to follow in your quarters of MyPlate, and what are those? Grains,
fruits, vegetables, and your protein, which is your legumes and things like that. And then you have your beverage category, which is water. Or all natural fruit juices. You could have carbonated drinks, but again, those should be once in a while. And then you have your oils or fats, which are a small category on the side. All right, so go ahead and tap our dog.
Now, I know one thing. This is some of my favorite. It's some of my favorite ranch dressing, because Trisha actually found the recipe for it for a vegan ranch. So it is delicious.
Yes, and my kids love it too. And it's really quick and easy. You can double, triple the batch if you need to. So the buns that we're using today are everything buns. They're 150 calories, and you know, again, this would be considered like your starch or carbohydrates on MyPlate. Okay, so that's our garden dog.
Okay,
right, the next one is going to be our Chicago dog.
Ooh, now I have to say, before I became a vegan, I actually had a Chicago hot dog in Chicago.
I did too. That's where I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Oh my.
Yeah. There was more toppings on there than there was dog.
Right. So typically you would steam the bun for Chicago dog. Today we're not doing that, but you can if you want to, or if you want to put a little bit of plant-based butter and toast the bun. It's up to you. But the original is supposed to be a steamed poppy seed bun, but this was the closest we could get to poppy seed buns.
Well, it does have little poppy seeds on it.
Yes, it does. So for your Chicago dog, you're going to need sweet pickle relish. You're going to need tomato wedges.
Ooh.
You're going to need chopped white onion, and we did a sweet white onion. You're going to need dill pickle spears and sports peppers, which are hot. Now, I removed the stem from the sports pepper top, and you want to make a little slit in your sports pepper, drain the extra juice out of them before you put them on your dog, or you're going to bite and it's going to squirt up in your eye, and that would not be fun. No, not at all. Celery salt, not a lot. And then we have classic yellow mustard.
Yay!
All right, so the way that I kind of envisioned making the Chicago dog is I want to tuck in my sports peppers, my pickles, and my tomato wedges first. Well, he agrees with me.
He does.
Milo. All right, so I'm just going to kind of nestle my sports peppers down in the side. The next thing that I'm going to want to do, I think I'm going to try to, we're just going to put in one pickle sphere because we have so much to add on.
Gotcha.
And we both love tomatoes, so I'm going to try to squeeze in 2 smaller tomato wedges. This is, a test in geometry.
Well, see, I know that with Chicago dogs, if it's falling apart, it's fine.
Yes. So, do you want to do your relish or your onion next?
It does not matter because I like them both.
All right, so we're going to kind of spread our sweet pickle relish on the top.
Well, you can put a little bit more than that on there.
Well, we still got onions and other things to do. I want, me, I make a mess as it is. I don't need to make it completely
and since I'm wearing
impossible to eat. Yeah, you don't want
hoodie,
condiments on your new sweatshirt. Come on. That would be my thing I need to do. Now, before you do that, we're going to open up the celery salt, and we're just going to do a quick little sprinkle on the top. Not a whole lot because we don't cook and add a lot of sodium, obviously, to our cooking because it's not heart healthy or good for anybody for that matter.
There
And
you
then
go.
classic yellow mustard.
That
So
looks
that's
great.
our Chicago dog. Yes. And that thing. Whew, all right. I'm so excited to try these. All right. So our next dog, are you ready? Is going to be Mark's Michigan Chili Slaw Dog.
And it's a very, very simple recipe. Now I'm going to come down in here. Now, as you can see, these are a little bit more than bun length carrot dogs, so I'm just going to cut off a little tiny piece. There we go. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and I'm going to put on the homemade chili. Now we talk about not putting, using a lot of stuff that is processed.
Right.
Well, for this, what I did is I did get some a vegan crumble that was frozen, and I put it into the pan. I added a little tiny bit of oil, onions, my mouth is watering, some garlic, fresh garlic in there, and I added some spices, and then some chili powder in there. So it's a homemade chili.
It's got a little bit of a kick of heat in there.
Red pepper flakes. I forgot about that special thing.
But it's not too much where I can't handle it.
Nope. And as you can see, look at the colors on that. I mean, you would not know the difference between this and regular chili.
No, and the texture you can't really tell at all. It's got the chew that you would normally have with a meat product.
So next, what I did here is I took a little bit of coleslaw and some shaved carrot. I put them into a little bit of a brine that I made with some apple cider vinegar, a little bit of brown pepper seeds, or brown mustard seeds in there. And I brought that to a boil, and I set it in the fridge, and you let that cool off, and it gets a nice little pickle on there. So this is going to be my slaw. I'm sorry, I'm not as neat as you, honey, in making it, but so there's our slaw.
I'm going to be messy eating it. How about that?
Now, can you please hand me the special mustard?
Oh.
So this right here.
This is a splurge. This is totally a splurge that we get when we go to Heavenly Scent Herb Farm. It's
Broswell's Select. This is truffle mustard.
Now they make a dill pickle mustard too.
And it's so good.
They're both really, really good. And we're mustard fans. So if you're not a big mustard person, you might not enjoy this as much as we do, but it's a very sharp, highly flavorful mustard. Save some for the rest of us.
It's a little bit similar to when we made the mustard, when I did the mustard a week ago.
Actually it is.
It had a very great taste to it. Very great taste to it. So that right there is my chili dog.
It makes you pucker. Okay.
Next one.
So our last one is the brainchild of me having an aha moment of wanting to work with. Thank you, Milo, for supporting my aha moment. So this is called the Dilly Dill Dog. And again, we're going to be using our carrot dog.
Right.
And you have to like dill to like this Dilly Dill Dog, hence his name. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna take some of my dilly beans that I pickled this season. Okay. And you know, the thinner the better, because you're gonna lay them, try to get 2 dilly beans on each side of your carrot dog. Nestle them down in there. And just like you were nestling things in this Chicago dog. Now, I'm going to take dill relish. And he cans me some awesome dill relish every year.
And she loves dill relish on
I like it over sweet relish just because I like vinegar, I like dill. You know, it's one of my favorites. Now,
this is the crazy part.
No, it's not the crazy part.
Well,
he
no,
thinks
not
I'm
bad.
crazy.
No,
it's
not bad.
It's
Because
gonna be good.
a little bit of crunch is great. You need a little bit of the extra crunch texture into your dog.
All right. So what we're gonna do next first is I'm gonna take classic yellow mustard, and don't think I'm crazy because this is gonna help things stick. So I'm just gonna put some mustard on there.
Excuse me.
Sorry, excuse you. So what I did is I bought some kettle potato chips, but they're dill pickle flavor, and I crushed them up in a little sandwich bag.
This is the crazy part.
Now the reason why I get kettle cooked is almost I think every kettle cooked brand that I've bought, there's less sodium in the chips. And they have an extra crunch. They're not, and these are thick cut. So when I crushed them in the bag, they have, a lot of texture. So I'm going to sprinkle our dill pickle flavored kettle cooked chips. Oh my goodness, I just made a huge avalanche out of the, out of the thing. And I'm going to kind of just pat those down so they stay put on our dog. So there you have it. Our 4 different kinds of carrot dogs for our end of the summer picnic. And like I said, you can prepare all of your toppings ahead of time and have them ready for your guests or your family to, make their own creation on their carrot dogs.
Okay, so which one are we going to start at the beginning? With the very first one?
Yeah, why don't we start at the beginning?
I have a feeling that we need some napkins.
Well, this napkin we're going to cut the dogs in half. We're going to share them. So before we start stuffing our face, for MyPlate, if you had 2 carrot dogs, that's covering your carbs for a meal and your vegetable requirement. And you're not using a ton of processed condiments on this. The only processed condiment that we're using is actually the yellow mustard and the truffle mustard, and then the meat crumbles, and everything else is either homemade, canned, or fresh.
Do you know what's kind of funny? Out of the 4 carrot dogs that we have here, not a single one has ketchup on it. Sure, it has. I mean, they have some tomatoes, but there's no ketchup.
There's no ketchup. There's so much flavor in these. I'm just really, really excited.
All right.
So do you think maybe we should have our own plates to eat over? I should be wearing a bib. I mean, that's just
let's just go for it. We're fine.
All right. Well, can you grab one more paper towel? Because I am going to need my own napkin for sure.
Here you go, dear. Oh, that's for you.
Okay. So I'm going to make you cut them in half because...
Okay. Do we want to start with the first one?
Than mine. Yes. The garden dog is first.
Okay. Actually, what I'll do...
So why don't you just cut them all? And then we can...
Oh,
you're going to use...
I'm going to use something that has a little serrated part to it to get through some of these.
Okay.
Okay. And, I can't wait till that one.
Okay. I can't wait for all of them. I'm just interested to see how they taste. Okay. So I'm going to grab my garden dog. Okay, you ready? That is so fresh. On a hot day or any time of the year, it just really reminds you of summer.
And I love the addition of with that ranch dressing on there and the cucumber.
Very fresh.
It's very, very good.
And the radish adds the crunch along with the cucumber.
Do you think we're going to make it through all 4? Okay, well, I guess we are.
Really, they equal 2 dogs.
Excellent. Great one, honey. I really enjoyed that one.
Thank you.
So, let's move on to... Which one next? Do you want to do we'll do the Chicago one because she's waiting for that one. I know that. Okay. Here you go. You get the big side.
Why?
Because I says so.
I hope I don't have the bigger sport pepper. Oh, well.
Ready?
Yep. Here we go.
Well.
I lost my tomato. Oh.
As you can see.
I told you.
This is why Trisha does not wear white.
I wore pink today in hopes that I would drop nothing on myself.
But it didn't work. And of course Milo came running. Because he heard something thump on the floor. And it was Trisha's tomato. So yes, I got that sport tomato. Or that sport pepper.
I haven't eaten mine yet.
Oh, Yep.
I'm a little scared.
It's a little bit warm, but it's really, really good, honey.
Well, you're the one that likes heat.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Did you get the pepper? We're gonna have to like get in here, get this hose in here and spray down the Milo.
It is so hot. I need another napkin.
Okay.
Thank you for
Well,
them.
let's do
Oh my goodness.
the
that's
chili
gross.
one. What I'm gonna do, honey, why don't you step over here so you're a little bit over here. Milo! Milo.
He's growling at me, making so much noise. What do you want me to do?
No, you stay on this side.
Okay.
I'm just saying, get closer to the plate because I'll let you get the smaller one on that side.
I'm sorry. That's sports pepper.
A little bit warm.
Not a little bit. It was. My mouth is on
So
fire.
yes, so they had a lot of flavor in that one. You got that pickle. You got the sports
push this
pepper.
down.
If you don't like hot, you don't have to put it on there. But you know, we were going traditional.
I'm gonna move this plate over just because I know this one is super messy.
Mm-hmm. Ready?
Yep. That is really good.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you have a spoon there. I think you're gonna be eating most of it off your plate.
I know.
So yes, very good. Heat. Got some heat.
Surprisingly, it's not as hot as the sports pepper that's still burning my mouth, but you got that hearty chili, you got the crunch of the slaw, and then you could taste your mustard.
Right. Oh, so
Really good. And the carrot adds a little sweetness, not a lot, but it was a good bite. Oh my gosh. My mouth is on fire.
Milo. Milo. Go ahead and talk to them. Tell them how you feel. Go lay down. Milo is in here. He knows. He smells food, and he's all over the place in here.
Well, he knows I drop things, so he's always like waiting.
Speaking of waiting, I'm waiting for. I'm enjoying the entertainment that I get just from watching Trisha eat. And we've got one more
Trying not
left,
to be
honey.
messy, but
The
Let's
Dilly
just not-
Dill Dog. Any day now, dear. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead. Are you ready to go ahead and try this one, honey? You go ahead and lean over this plate a little bit because this one's a lot bigger than that little. Here we go.
all right, here we go.
This is the Dilly Dill Dog.
Okay.
Trisha's specialty. Let's see how dilly it is.
That's really good.
Wow. You get the dill relish right in there. Gets you right in the little cheeks. You get those dilly beans in there, the nice little crunch from those. You get the crunch from the dill chips on top.
Yep, and there's a little bit of hotness in those jelly beans. So again, I'm feeling the heat again.
Plus you had mustard in there. So
Right.
yeah, so I'm going to dab my brow a little bit. But breaking out a little sweat there. But yeah, that is really good, honey. Good creation.
Yeah, I don't know, it just came to me one day.
And that's the big thing. Make it yours. You know, add whatever you want. You know, just because we say, hey, try this, doesn't mean you have to make it that way. If you don't want all the heat, as you can see, Trisha's suffering a little bit over here. There you guys go. There you go. All done. Completely empty. We had our dinner.
Yes, we did.
It was very, very delicious.
Very good. I mean, and the Dilly Dill Dog just came to me one day. I was sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have an idea. I gotta write it down. So
So you did?
we did. So they were all delicious, and
Exactly.
now you know how to jazz up your carrot dogs.
So, yeah, and we're going to have to make sure that we get all these recipes out to you guys. And you guys can get some of those by going over and joining our newsletter at www.makemyfoodawesome.com.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe subscribe if you haven't.
Hit the subscribe button, the little bell. Get the notifications. Share with your friends, family. Become a member of Team Awesome.
Yes, we would love to have you join us for sure.
Exactly. So, thanks again. Come back and see us here again on I can't even talk today because those hot dogs were so delicious. Back here on Make My Food Awesome. And we will see you guys very, very soon.
Bye now.
I think I'm ready to go out and have a campfire.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. Let's go.
Make my food.